Welcome to She Coaches Coaches. I'm your host, Candy Motzek, and I'm going to help you find the clarity, confidence, and courage to become the coach that you are meant to be. If you're a new coach, or if you've always wanted to be a life coach, then this is the place for you. We're going to talk all about mindset and strategies and how to, because step by step only works when you have the clarity, courage, and confidence to take action. Let's get started. Hi, friend, and welcome to this episode. I am so glad you're here. This episode is for you. If you've ever said, "Oh, I just don't know what to do. I'm a new coach, but I just don't even know where to start." Or if you've said something like, "I feel so confused and stuck. What exactly do I do next?" I want you to know I hear you. And in this episode, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, so you're never, ever going to have to wonder again. I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do. This approach is for any of you new coaches, and really for any coach who is feeling stuck, wants to create a bigger impact and a positive difference. Maybe you just want to kickstart your coaching practice again. All right, so let's dive in with the 3 things. The first is decide. Everything really does start with a decision. And I want you to decide to be a coach. When you make that decision, all that second guessing, the ones that you say, "Oh, should I or shouldn't I?" All of that second guessing falls away. And this first step of decide puts you into motion. You're committed. Now you've got a purpose, an aim, a place that you're heading. Now, I used to think that the act of deciding was something that I just did once, and then that was it. I was all good. Never needed to think about that again. But I learned that that approach didn't help me exactly the way that I wanted it to. Now I look at this differently. I recommend that you decide every day. And depending on what's going on, sometimes you might even need to decide a couple of times a day or even hourly. So every day, that's going to be your first step. Decide to be a coach. Note, I didn't say decide to become a coach. I said decide to be a coach. That means commit and be a coach today. Now, I know if you're just starting out, you've just started your training, you're probably protesting, but Candy, I can't, I'm a newbie. I'm just a baby coach. And hear me on this. Be a coach means to be the best, most capable coach that you can be today, given where you're at. Tomorrow, next week, next year, of course, you're going to evolve and grow. You're going to be so much more capable than you are today. Every coach is always evolving, honing their skills and improving. But when I say be a coach, I want you to practice thinking like a professional coach, feeling the decisiveness of already being and holding those qualities that coaches have, and do the things that coaches do, however you imagine it to be. Even if you're just starting out, that is the best place for you to start. However you imagine a coach is, be like that, and you will grow and create a new identity for yourself. Really, it will completely change your experience. So instead of that back and forth of indecision, which is a place of complete wasted energy, you get to move forward to the next step, and then the next, and then the next. The second thing that I recommend that you do, if you're not sure where to start or what to do next, is to share. So what do I mean by this? Once you've decided, you get to share what you're doing. Share it with others. This means share that you're a coach. Tell people that you already know in conversation when it's appropriate. Introduce yourself as a coach to new people that you're meeting. This practice, the practice of sharing what you're doing, might feel a little nerve-wracking at first. And I think it's for a few reasons. Let me tell you the ones that I think show up the most commonly. First, we might feel nervous because we want people to feel as excited as we are. The second is we know that most people have no idea what a coach really does. And third, sometimes we're kind of worried about other people's opinions and we want their approval. So let's start with the excited one. Yeah, we want people in our life to be excited for us, and some will, and some won't, and either is okay. Do you really want to live your life only allowing yourself to become something new, to move forward and make that difference contingent on whether or not everybody else is excited for you? We all get to live our own life. Even the people who are close to you will probably never be as excited about you becoming a coach as you would like. And that's okay. We're all focused on our own stuff and worries and joys. Don't wait for anybody else's excitement. Give it to yourself. Another place of worry is because we think, people don't really know what a coach is or even what they do. I wouldn't let this worry hold you back. The people around you and potential clients will learn with time. Consider this. We've all heard of dentists, right? So how many of you think, well, I've heard the term dentist, but I don't know absolutely every single thing that a dentist does. And I should know that before I go and see one. It also doesn't make you question what's going on if your cousin decides to be a dentist. Do you see that? We hear the term dentist and we think, yeah, that's somebody who helps me have a healthy mouth and healthy teeth, right? And that's enough for us. We don't expect to know every single little thing about dentistry before we go and ask for help. There's no way we would even want to know all those things before we ask for help. So why would we worry that some people don't know exactly all the details about what a coach does? They will learn. Coaches help people get more of what they want and less of what they don't. And they do it by showing us our thoughts, our perspectives, holding space. And we know that coaches help people improve every aspect of their life. And that is good enough for me. One final really common worry is OPO, the worry about other people's opinions. Do you want people to approve of your choices and what you do? Well, let's think about this one together. We actually have no idea what other people are really thinking. Someone might think it's a great idea, and others might think it's terrible. And most people are somewhere in between. And this reminds me of the Eleanor Roosevelt quote. This one says, "You wouldn't worry so much about what other people think of you if you realized how seldom they do." Did you hear that? Yeah. You wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realized how seldom they do. Your opinion about what you're doing is the one that matters the most. If you want to be a coach and you've decided to be one, then you also get to decide that you like your choice too. Next, of the things to do is coach and be coached. So you've decided to be a coach. You've shared with others what you're doing, and now it's time to coach. You learn how to coach in 3 primary ways. You take coach training, you get coached, and you coach others. Coached and be coached. This 3rd step covers all of these options. Get your own coach, experience coaching for yourself, grow from being coached. If you don't believe in coaching yourself, it's going to be really difficult to explain how it's going to help a potential client. And if you're not willing to invest the time, energy, and money, then why should they? Coaching others can be practice coaching, or it can be coaching people for free for a reduced rate or for your regular rate. All of those options apply. The more you coach, the better you will be. As a professional, it is on us to be continually learning and upgrading our skills. And coaching, practice coaching, coaching for free, coaching for a reduced rate, coaching for our full rate is one of the main ways we get better at coaching. So if you're new, you could offer to coach people for free. It could be 20 free sessions to 20 individual people. It could be 100 reduced rate sessions to 100 people. These could be short laser coaching sessions or longer 1-hour sessions. It could be even what I call the 5x5. This is where I recommend that you offer free or reduced rate coaching to 5 people for 5 sessions each. That's the 5x5. Each of those 5 people gets 5 sessions. Any of those combination, any one of those on its own or a combination of all of them is going to give you experience. And that's what you're after. You want experience. You will grow a solid belief in yourself as a coach, in the value of coaching, and in your coaching skills. And you're going to know in your gut that you can handle all kinds of challenges. You can handle all kinds of topics that your client might bring to a call. So coach, coach, coach when you're getting started. Sometimes the question of, do I coach for free or a reduced rate or a full rate comes up with my private clients. And here's what I recommend. And you're going to think that this is kind of funny. Do whatever makes it easy for you. If free is the easiest, do that. Then, as you become more competent, capable, and confident as a coach, you're going to find it easy to begin charging for your services. And before long, you can raise your rates. Do you see this approach? It's an approach that says you don't have to rush now. You can take your time and grow. It is completely better to be fully booked, however you define that. 5 clients, 10 clients, 20 clients, 30 clients. It is better for you to be fully booked at a lower rate than to have 0 clients and have a high rate. Increase your rates as you create more demand for your coaching. So my advice to you is take the option where you have the least amount of resistance and the option that is right for you right now. You're not going to be a coach for 3 months. So this short-term ramp up is going to be a very, very small portion of your entire journey to being a well-paid, successful coach. It is a small investment of your time. Did you hear that? Investment. We put our time in to grow so that we're creating that foundation for a fully booked practice. So those are the 3 top things that I recommend every new coach do when you're not sure exactly what to do. So if you find yourself in that position where you're thinking, I don't know what to do, fall back to this episode. Look at those 3 things, choose one, get moving, and you'll know you're on the right path. Those 3 things, again, are decide. Decide to be a coach. Number 2 is share what you're doing. And number 3 is coach. Coach and coach some more. Did you notice that not one of those said build a website or choose a niche or decide whether you're going to do video or written content? It didn't say choose whether you're going to be on Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok or any of those other social media platforms. Did you notice that I didn't speak about any of that? This is 100% intentional. And it is because it's not the best use of your time when you're starting out. Which means wait until you've coached some people and signed some paying clients before you move on to that next step. Doing the right things in the right order is going to help you start and grow your coaching business quickly and effectively. And that is exactly what I want for you. You are never going to be a successful coach if you spend all your time building a website, Or you're never going to be fully booked if you spend so much time crafting and perfecting a social media campaign. Let me say that again. Doing the right things in the right order will help you start and grow your coaching business quickly and effectively and with the least amount of discomfort too. So all of those things, your niche, your website, your content strategy, your social media, whether you're going to do keynote speaking or workshops, all of those things are important, but not yet. So let's get you started, and then you can tackle those things. And getting you started means deciding you're going to be a coach, thinking, feeling, and taking action as a coach. Start to inhabit those qualities. Sharing that you're a coach with people you know and people that you meet, and coaching others and being coached yourself. Take this super simplified, practical approach for just a short while. And then once you've coached some people and you've got some paying clients, now you're ready for the next steps. Whew. Well, we covered a lot in this episode, you guys, and I appreciate you being here with me and listening. Now, I am honored to invite you to be part of my community too. If you are ready to get started, sign up for my free resource library, the Coaches Online Business Academy. There is lots of free help in there waiting for you right now. And if you want even more help, maybe you've had enough of trying to figure it all out on your own, or you've been spending hours and hours piecing together a solution by watching free YouTube videos, then we should talk about how we can work together. I have got a few spaces open in my calendar for private clients. Click the link in the episode notes to find out how to work with me. And I'll be back and speak with you again next week. Thanks again for listening today. Please hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Also, I would love to hear from you. Did something that I say resonate? What else would you like to learn about? Click the link in the player and leave a comment on the post. This is going to give me great ideas for future episodes so I can help you best. Join me again next week for more coaching, support, and teaching to help you become the confident coach you are meant to be.